Hey everyone, Totem back with some Diamond 1 Spiral gameplay. To liven things up on the channel, I'm going to be doing a series of videos on different combo payoffs the Spiral engine can pull off. This time I'm at the behest of my partner in crime, Kevin OG, showing off the Infernoble Knight payoff package. Let's go ahead and get started. There's nothing particularly special about this combo, it's just Grepher pitching Master Plan, getting to Dugaris, and going from there like I've shown in videos in the past. Let's talk about the real meat here, which is the actual strategy. Thanks to Spyral's ability to summon whichever Spiral names it wants to off a rescue mission, we have this ability to do the entire Infernoble Knight combo after getting into Haka Firebax, thanks to Super Agent being a level 4. This gets us into Roland and Jet Synchron, and that gets us into Charles at the end. The premise is, instead of leaving Agent on the field to synchro off with Locust into Barone, we just actively use up all of our rescues to go into that smoke grenade of the Thief pop. But don't worry, we don't entirely lose access to our Omni Negates, and I'll show that at the end. The power of this is that we are more proactively messing with our opponent's plays. Using Smoke Grenade to discard a card of choice insulates us from super powerful board breakers like Dark Ruler No More, Lava Golem, Sphere Mode. A big weakness of the main Spiral inboard that I've shown in the past is that it's entirely Monster Reliant. So in the past, Sweepers have been good against it, but still, Dark Ruler No More could just out you if your opponent has a regular, Dark Ruler No More plus Raigeki outs everything but Sleeper, and Sleeper isn't that hard to out for a lot of decks. Another small synergy is that, compared to the other Infernoble Knight combo setup, Spyral uniquely has access to Spyral Gear Drone. The old adage of, you can't play around the top of your opponent's deck does not apply to us. Also, since this combo is ditching Desert Locust, we don't have to worry about the dis-synergy we normally live with, where the most common card our opponent discards is the card that we stack to the top. So, Drone gets to stand on its own and rob our opponent of a playable hand. I'm actually going to stop here in just a second to point out a bit of fun tech you can run. All these combos require Curious to consistently get into Haka Firebacks, but sometimes you can't get your third Dark. In this particular game, I couldn't get there because of the Dugaris setup doesn't let you get into an early Link Rebo, but I am running this little piece of fun tech that I included just to show off is Ghost Trick Dullahan. This is a level 1 Dark Xyz monster, and that's important for Curious, who has a different type from Barricade, Board Blocker, and Master Plan. It's a Fiend instead of a Spellcaster or a Machine, and that gives you Curious access, and importantly, it has a generic detach effect that you can use on one of your own monsters to get Quik Fix recycling without having to go into Curious early. This means you can get your Quik Fix in the graveyard without potentially milling your last resort off of your Curious, and that's kind of important with this level 1 Xyz play. That's kind of why people were running Princess Sprite in the first place, even though it could plus you. This doesn't plus you, but it is a Dark, and it does let you recycle your Quik Fix one more time. Alright, so that's the fun little bit of tech I wanted to show off, and basically I can now do this whole little setup, and I can go into Curious and Destrudo and such, and keep my Quik Fix on the field for my Destrudo without having to go into Link Reba early. You could bypass this by summoning Quik Fix off of Double Helix instead of Master Plan, and then just reviving Master Plan a different way, but this is just a fun piece of tech for whenever you don't really have that option, and that comes up sometimes. You don't have a way to revive Master Plan because you used your Big Red earlier or something. Alright, we're about to get into the actual combo here. So we're going to go into Appaloosa as per usual, and then go to Haka Firebax, and that's where the actual differences start, because once we get Jet Synchron on the field, we actually start summoning things in slightly different orders. So here's Haka Firebax, sounding Jet Synchron, and the actual combo is just Jet plus Agent into Roland. Roland gets its Lingering Effect to send Smoke Grenade. We get to bring back our Super Agent afterwards to summon, and then we can regular synchro the Roland into a Charles, Infernoble Knight Emperor Charles, and that will have a effect at the end of the turn to equip the smoke grenade that we sent off Roland to himself, or to any monster, I guess. And then you can pop the grenade with the Charles effect in end phase and get to confiscate your opponent's card. That's the entire thing. And as you can see, we still get our Borreload set up. We get to use our second Jet Synchron and Master Plan to get here. And funnily enough, because I used Dugaris, I have an extra rescue mission at the end of this particular combo. But this combo works with Magician Souls, Quik Fix, and Magician Souls Revival Effect. That extra rescue mission is just here because I went to Dugaris in this particular combo line. It's the same otherwise. So here we are. We're just going to drop the last little pieces of our combo. And here we are. Emperor Charles is going to go ahead and equip this Smoke Grenade we sent to the graveyard, and then pop it because the card was equipped. Then we get to Smoke Grenade trigger and look at our opponent's hand and discard. Our opponent's hand is not very good. It's just a Psychic Wielder and a bunch of punks who are really impotent in the face of Borreload and Appaloosa. The important thing I want to mention here is I mentioned we don't lose all of our Omni Negates, and here's kind of why. So, as you can see, we still have Borreload Savage Dragon, but I have this Halka Firebax hanging around. And let's assume I'm out of rescue missions, because in a regular, like, Magician Souls combo, you probably wouldn't have this extra rescue mission laying around. How can we get into Baronne? Or into any Omni Negate, really, with just Halka Firebax? Well, the key here is you want to use your Boral Savage Dragon Negate as fast as possible on a card you know you want to use it on because you know your opponent's hand. Then you can use Halka Firebax's his on-field effect to go into Formula Synchron. And once you've spent your Borreload Savage Dragon, you really don't care what happens with it. So functionally, you'll use your Borreload Savage Dragon, chain Halka Firebax to it so you can summon Synchron immediately, and then before it gets into an open game state where your opponent can do whatever they want, you will get a new chain off a Synchron Drongo card, and then you can quick effect Synchro Formula Synchron and the spent Borreload into Baronne, getting yourself a second Omni Negate before your opponent has a real chance to interact. And because of Drone and because of Charles, you can probably make sure your opponent doesn't have a way to mess with that play. And that's it, really. My opponent has a dead card like a Mythic Water Dragon on top, which is useless in this situation, and they're pretty much screwed. And most decks would be screwed against this board, and most decks are screwed against the other board, but this is a lot safer. And I think this is maybe a better deck in a best-of-3 environment where your opponent might actually be siding in really powerful board breakers going second, like Dark Ruler No More, and like Sphere Mode, and like Lava Golem. And that's just it, really. I hope you enjoyed the little variation on the payoff for Spyral. I'll be showing off more oddball ones in the future, and I'll post this deck list in the description for anyone who wants to try it out. I'll even post Kevin OG's list, which is slightly different from mine because I was showing off different cards, and that'll be it. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, toss me a like, comment, or subscribe. I love to interact with you guys, or guys, gals, non-binary folks, whatever. Have a good one, everyone. See you next time. Bye.